All right, hey guys, Lauren back with another vlog here with Kiernan Buschert to talk about her health and wellness journey. Hey Kiernan, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, hi, thanks for having me.
Hey, so we can just start off with you telling us about yourself. Just, where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah, I currently live in Utah. I'm from Utah too, so yeah. And then I am a yoga teacher in Utah. I've been doing yoga for maybe 5-6 years, and do yoga online and offline. So yeah.
Yeah, I follow your videos. So do you work for yourself primarily?
Not primarily. I'm a waitress on the side and
Okay.
do yoga teaching a little bit, but it's all, I don't make anything off it, so it's just all fun right now and kind of growing and building and having fun.
Awesome. How long have you been teaching for?
I did my first yoga teacher training last year.
Okay.
And since then I've done a couple, so yeah.
Very cool. Very fun.
Out of here.
Yeah, I also teach yoga, but I would like to get certified in Bhakti yoga. I really love chanting. I'm actually asking for a harmonium for Christmas. That's like all I want for Christmas. Do you?
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever done that yoga.
No.
I don't know if I know anything about it.
Do you chant or anything like that?
Yeah, actually I'm doing a mantra class next month. It's all about chanting and Sanskrit and stuff like that.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I'm pretty sure that's like the basis of the Bhakti yoga. It's just a lot more chanting and learning a lot more like the Sanskrit. So,
okay.
Yeah. I really want a harmonium. That's all I want for Christmas. So calling that into my life. Yes, 100%. Cool. So, you want to give us like a backstory then of your journey? So growing up, what kind of how did you, when you were, elementary school, middle school, high school, was how, just living in this society of like women, kind of trying to go towards these like really ridiculous beauty standards, as well as like just the obsession with being skinny. And like when I was in school, it was just like skinny, skinny, skinny. And then you saw in magazines, these like perfect women, and that's like all you wanted to be. I mean, Britney Spears, came out, and you're just like, She was like perfect, right? So, what was your journey like? What were you like, as a child, living in this society?
I totally remember that, like skinny, and now it's like strong.
Yes.
Like, a lot bigger.
Strong is the new skinny.
Well, I grew up pretty in a religious environment. I grew up in an LDS environment. That's kind of a Utah thing.
What's that?
An LDS environment, so Mormon.
Oh, okay.
So I grew up that way, which is very, like, I don't know, it didn't really give me room to be myself in a lot of ways, looks-wise, I guess. And it took a lot of kind of overcoming as I got older to be like, no, I'm going to take this route. And I just remember you kind of fit the stereotype of that religion. And I remember you kind of had to be a certain way. And I remember feeling sort of just like pushed down a little bit because I couldn't just be alive and be myself. So, yeah. What other question did you have in that question?
So like just the kind of the girls that you were surrounded by, how did they impact you, and just like feeling in your body? Like, did you feel confident in your body, or did you strive to be a certain size?
I was always kind of a little curvy, but I never really cared until maybe I got to high school. And then I started caring, and then I just wasn't very healthy, so I kind of gave up on the idea of caring, I guess, and being skinny or being healthy, I guess. I didn't realize that those correlated in the same category, but I kind of just gave up, and I was like, well, I'm just I guess that, as I would tell myself, that's just who I am. Like,
Okay.
that's in my gene pool. I remember my mom saying that. It's just in our genes. It's okay.
Okay.
And as I got older and discovered the health world, I swam down and thought, oh, this is how my body's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it likes to be, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah. So are you still in the Mormon community?
No,
Okay.
just myself.
Okay. So how did that work for you? Like, are you still close with your family? Are they still in the Mormon community?
Yeah, well, when I was growing up, it was just me and my mom.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was kind of a safety thing for her. We went there every Sunday, and that's kind of what we did. And we got older, and my mom remarried somebody who actually was not. So he went to church for a while, and then was like, well, I don't really want to. And then I got older and was like, I don't really want to either. And then she kind of hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we kind of all drifted away. And I would say I'm more spiritual now. I really like the idea of the universe and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like our generation, the millennials, we're just like this whole new wave of consciousness. And it's
yeah, love it.
yes, and it's really fun to kind of see that, like, the very, very different generations alive right now. You know, like
Mhm.
our parents and grandparents, if we still have grandparents still alive, and then us, just very different. Like, they do not understand us at all. And that's okay, you know, because each new generation needs to birth like a new form of consciousness. That's how we grow. I mean, the automobile wouldn't even have been invented if there wasn't like a new wave of consciousness with each generation. So very cool.
Right.
So can you tell me a little bit about like what the Mormon religion? You said that you felt that you had to meet a certain criteria for them. So what do you mean by that?
So as far as like girls went, they're very cover yourselves, be modest, no tank tops, no shorts a certain length, and things like that. And then I remember girls, like, if somebody wore shorts too short, being just really judgmental. That was kind of a thing that came out of the woodworks, because when you're not meeting the criteria, people are just going to be judgmental of that instead of just letting them be themselves.
Yeah.
And as we got older, I was more leaning towards like, nah, I just want to be me.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I kind of got lost for a while until I started developing new beliefs, because I'd only known one road, one way, one lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you feel like you also kind of fell into that like judgmental pattern? And I would want to call this almost like the slut shaming that happens, you know?
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally think I did. I think I also developed this, like, feeling like I'm judged all the time.
Yeah.
And I still feel that way sometimes as an adult, and I have to remind myself that it's okay if people judge, because as long as I'm being authentic and myself and being true to who I am, then it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like, do you think that they would judge, and sometimes you would judge because you actually wanted to be able to wear the shorts and the tank tops and like feel comfortable in your body and be free to like show your skin? Because they say that we judge what we don't understand or don't know, right? Or like what we desire too.
Totally, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting, very cool. So yeah, so now as like an adult, like, and you've like branched out of like the Mormon religion, and so now you're wearing a tank top right now and like the shorts. So sometimes you still like when you go out like in Utah in your neighborhood, do you feel like you need to cover up at all, or like, so I know you said that sometimes you still feel judged, but like, do you feel like you need to be more reserved when you even just head out in public, just because they're so?
You know, I lived more like south back then. That's where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, this state, if you go more south, it becomes more religious. When you go more north, people have like north is more downtown. So I think people have kind of migrated here, and like it's just different.
Mm-hmm.
So no, not up here. But if I were to go down there, yes, I totally do.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that maybe I feel judged in tiny ways, like, oh, I feel really bloated today.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like people are looking at that part of me, which no one ever is.
Right,
At all.
Yeah. So, you said that you were in high school, and so that's when you kind of like you gave up for a little bit in high school, correct? As far as
Yeah, like,
mm-hmm.
yeah, like probably right after high school.
Okay. All right. So then, what helped you to shift that? What got you to no longer give up on yourself and actually like care about your body and your wellness and your well-being?
You know, I would say it had a lot to do with the friends that I had surrounded myself at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, after high school, split from any friends from high school and kind of went off on my own, and I did hair school for a minute.
Okay.
So that was a very big world of I wanted to look beautiful, you know, and look better and things like that. And then I surrounded myself with these friends, and some of them were healthy, some of them were not. But eventually we all started just getting healthy, and it was kind of like a support group, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what you're around is what you do, kind of,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's amazing. So do you still have the same friends as you did, like, after high school to now?
Yeah, actually.
That's
I totally do.
awesome because just in my own experience is, I had my high school friends, and then I had like my after high school friends that were still a lot, mostly my high school friends, but we just like drank a lot and were really unhealthy, and like I literally had to break away from that group of girls, and like they still are like really heavy drinkers. And I just know
Yeah.
if I were still to be friends with them, I would be too, and just so unhealthy, like I just look back on those days and it just makes me like cringe, like on how shitty I felt all the time, but I still continued to like drink and party and not sleep and eat Taco Bell at like 5 a.m.,
Oh, no. That's funny. Yeah, I feel really fortunate to have the friend group that I do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we've all really gone through our awkward stages, our bad stages, our great stages, and it's really nice to know that I have a big friend group that we just give a lot of love into,
Yeah, that's really amazing.
Yeah.
So, what was the part, like, what happened that made you just completely shift? Like, what was, like, the big, like, light bulb?
Okay, so I remember the exact moment. There was a day I was walking down a street with a couple of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends, he's like super health conscious, like loves his veggies. I think he's doing herb school right now. Like,
Nice.
he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
And we stopped at this poster, and I was in hair school, and I had already known that like I really didn't like it, and I really kind of probably wasn't going to do it, but I was just still in it. And we looked at this poster of this woman. She was like super makeup. I think it was a makeup poster, maybe. I don't know what it was. And he was like, oh, women try so hard to be and fit these criterias or whatever. And really the beauty lies within. The beauty lies under the makeup. And I remember having that moment of like, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about for a second, like taking care of your body instead of worrying about what goes on your face to make you look more beautiful, because what you put in your body is going to come out on the outside. And I remember that moment of just like, yeah. And then I went vegetarian for a minute because I was like, well, that's the only way I know how to eat veggies is if I'm vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You and like several other women that I have been interviewing all say the same thing about becoming a vegetarian, and like using it as a means to like lose the weight or just eat more veggies. It's so funny. So you do eat meat now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I eat it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How long were you vegetarian for?
I would say like a couple months. It was very on and off. I'd go to my family's and they would give me like a bunch of crap, like, you're not eating this roast? I'm like, oh. And then I actually had vegan roommates for a minute.
Okay.
And so I tried the vegan thing for a minute. It was all right. But yeah, so I kind of like on and off, I would say, changed my diet. I've done a keto diet. I've probably done all of the diets. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to eat mindfully and do what I want.
Yeah. How did the diets make you feel? Like, did you feel deprived, limited, hungry? Like, was there ever a time that you were like really strict and you would even be like borderline like starving yourself?
No.
Okay.
That's kind of my problem with diets, is I don't really follow them
Okay.
as well as maybe you should. I always had that like YOLO attitude of like, well, the cookie's in front of me, I'm just going to do it because I'm at this like event or whatever with a bunch of friends, and I'm just going to eat it. And then after that, I eat like shit for a week. Eat like crap for a week, and then, and then I just spiral. So now I feel like it's a lifestyle thing. When you restrict yourself, at least for me, it doesn't feel very good. So I like to just eat well and have a cookie sometimes and enjoy the cookie while I eat it.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. You know, I'm a trainer also, but I just do not talk diets. I have clients who want me to talk diets, and I am not going to talk diets. If you want to go see a nutritionist on your own and talk a diet with them, I can't stop you. But from my perspective, you know, like, eat healthy 80% of the time, and then the other 20%, you know, eat the cake, eat the cookie, enjoy it, you know, like, do not, because when you deprive yourself, when you see that cookie and you really, really want that cookie, but then you somehow, like, some magical fairy comes and you're able to, like, literally avoid that cookie, but then later on that night, you're gonna go and eat like 10 cookies because no matter what, you still wanted that cookie so bad. So eat the damn cookie when you want the cookie. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to make or break any sort of like health status that you're following, you know? You have to enjoy.
No. Yeah, and it tastes way better when you don't feel guilty about it.
Yes, it does. You have to enjoy your life. That is 100%. So, yeah, so you went through this period of giving up, and then you started to really started to take better care of your body, played around with some diets, and now here you are really balanced out. So, as far as, so like you started, so you wore like the makeup and, you know, did all that kind of stuff on the outside. So what really started to transition yourself on the inside? Was it the yoga?
Okay. Yoga all the way. I started going to the gym and just like doing cardio. I liked cardio a lot better than weights, and I really didn't know how to use the weights, so I really wouldn't touch them. So after I'd like lost a significant amount of weight, I thought, well, I'm tired of cardio. And so I kind of dabbled in classes at the gym. I remember Zumba was fun every once in a while. But I remember going into yoga and being like, oh, I really like this. And then I moved like a half hour north. And I had a friend that I went to the gym with a lot. Sometimes I'd go up there and then hang out with him, and then we'd go to the gym. And he was like, oh, come to this yoga studio with me. It's super cool. And I went to the yoga studio, and I remember it was like a light switch turned on. I was like, yes, this is it. And then from there, it was just like, the rest is history, kind of. And it just really shifted my perspective. It shifted how to utilize my body, to utilize my mind, it just opened a whole new world.
Yeah, it really does. Yoga, I feel like it just taps you into the power that you hold. It really connects you with like that, with your Shakti, you know, and you're just so powerful. Like standing there in like that warrior pose, and like you're holding it and you're breathing and your body's like shaking, but you're using your breath to power through that. I feel like there's nothing better than that feeling. And then they finally say, okay, and then cartwheel your arms down, and you're like, thank God. But you're just like,
I did it.
yes. But it's like just the best feeling that you did that, you know, and it was your power. It's your body weight, your strength. You tapped into your mind, you focus on that breath, and you made it through. I think that's beautiful.
Totally. And I think that the more you kind of unlock little things about yoga, the more you kind of unlock little things about yourself, and I like that a lot.
Yeah. So how long did you practice yoga before you got certified as a teacher?
So, I don't really know when I started. I think I've been practicing yoga for 6 years, so I was probably like 4 years in, and then I remember I was going to go to that teacher program at their studio, and then I got pregnant, and it's like power yoga, hot yoga, and I was like, I will die. So I didn't, and then I actually kind of took a new route on accident with yoga and started practicing at home because I went to hot yoga studio and I would have thrown up everywhere. So I was pregnant and had to like kind of listen to my body more and figure out little ways to like design my own practice at home, I guess. And then had a friend that had a different studio, and I went to their studio training, which is a little different. So yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So when you were pregnant, so this is a question that I love to ask because I feel like so many women can really resonate from hearing this. When you were pregnant, was there ever a time that you, got really nervous about gaining the weight? And there's such this incessant need to, that pressures women to get back to pre-body weight, like as soon as possible. So did you feel like the stresses of that at all?
I feel like I feel that more now than I did while I was pregnant.
Okay.
Because I think that right when I got pregnant, I remember thinking, man, I'm the skinniest and best looking I've ever been. Crap. And then I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to get back to better than I was. Whatever. Which I'm still not there yet. So I feel like now I think maybe I'm a little more pressured in my own mind. So I'm a little more hard on myself. But while I was pregnant was like one of my favorite times because I think that I listened to my body the most. Not a day went by that I was like, oh, I need this today, or oh, I don't need that today. And I loved that. And I think because I was so in tune with my body and so in tune with my health that I didn't really care if I gained a lot of weight or not, which I don't know. I think I maybe was lucky because I really didn't gain a ton of weight until after.
Okay. Probably because you were so in tune. So do you think that you kind of dropped that after you had her? Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you think that you could get back to that, just like listening to your body?
Yeah, and I have lately a lot. I kind of just ate a lot of chips and cookies. I had really bad cookie obsession after I had her.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think now I'm a little more in tune, and I think that because I'm so in tune with my body and I haven't done a lot of high impact yoga, more low impact, that I feel so good that I don't really care what pant size I have.
There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what matters, is just feeling good. 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're not asked that enough. I meet women all the time who just tell me, my doctor just tells me I just need to lose weight. I just need to lose weight, and that's it. That's all that the doctor has to say to them. It's just like, well, did the doctor even ask you, how you're feeling? The doctor asks you what your, what your happiness level has been like, your stress levels lately. It's like, no, it's only about what size you are. But when are we going to finally realize that that really doesn't matter? If you have low stress, if you feel good, if you're happy, most of the time, and living a good life, I think that that's the most important part. You can be a size 0 and be the most negative person in the world and stress the F out, and that is going to be more unhealthy for you than being in a size 10 or whatever size pants that the doctor deems to be unacceptable. And they're still going off of those BMIs, which is absolutely ridiculous too. That's for large populations, not for the individual person. I remember
sorry, go ahead.
When I was really into lifting weights, because I'm only 5'2", and muscle weighs more than fat. What I weighed, I technically was in overweight category of the BMI, which was insane.
Really?
Yes. For being only 5'2".
Well, I don't feel overweight.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I think too, when people think they have that question of, oh, how am I going to lose weight? Oh, I need to lose weight. They get so caught up in that instead of okay, what can I do today to feel better? What can I do today to feel good? Okay, I could go on a walk today. Instead, they're so trapped in how am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? Do I do it like this? Do I do it like that? And I think little steps are the key.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, like a child. When you sit there and just yell and scream at a child, it is not motivating for that child whatsoever. It goes in one ear, not the other. It stresses them out and doesn't make them feel worthy. Same thing with these people who are being told you just need to lose the weight. They just feel really stressed and unworthy, and it's going in one ear, not the other, and they just don't feel good enough. When your mindset is so just like, I don't feel good enough, apparently I'm fat, I am, and then like I'm worthless, I'm lazy, like people are judging me, like all of these like really negative things, that is not helping you whatsoever. You have that mindset has to change. That's exactly why like so many diets don't work, is because our mindset is still like in a fat mindset versus like allowing the food to work for you and the movement to work for you, finding what feels good every day. If you can't shape up that mindset, nothing's gonna work. But only thing that they are told is that you just have to lose weight, so
Totally.
that it just is really unhealthy in their mind and what they're eating or not eating, or and then they mostly give up because they're just pushing so hard and nothing's happening. And again, but it's because of the mindset.
Which your mind and your body are connected. So if you can get your mind right, then eventually you're going to get your body right.
Exactly. Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
So, so what are you doing today? What is, what's helping, what's working for you today? What makes you feel good?
So many things. Where do I start? Less coffee, more stimulating myself so that I get more energized. I've noticed really makes me feel good lately.
How do you do that?
I'm really into like Ayurveda right now, like my dosha, and like doing things for my dosha that will make me feel better. I'm really into that right now, and using my intuition for like feeling good, I guess, and doing yoga and things like that. So yeah.
Very cool. What is your dosha?
I am a kapha.
Okay.
Probably with a little pitta, a little vata, but yeah, mostly kapha.
Yeah, I'm the pitta one, like all the way. And it's really funny. So I read about that, like after I got married, after I painted my house, everything. So it says I'm really drawn to blues and greens. Like my whole house is like blues and greens. Like my wedding had like peacock feathers. It's just really bizarre. I'm like, wow, I really am drawn to blues and greens.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because I'm like all earth. I have like this wood thing right here, but like I've got crystals and like I'm very earthy, which is funny because after I learned about my dosha, I was like, oh yeah, I do have a lot of earth stuff around me. I didn't even realize, right?
Yeah. What's your sign?
I am a Capricorn.
Okay. Virgo.
Which is also earth.
Yeah, so, yeah. I'm earthy too. Yeah, absolutely. Even like, I don't know really anything about astrology, but like both my signs are Virgo. So like my sun sign and my moon sign, my rising sign, I don't know, but they're both Virgo. So very.
Oh, okay. My daughter's a Virgo.
Oh, cute. What's her birthday?
September 14th.
Oh, okay. I'm the 12th.
Oh, funny. That was my due date.
Oh.
Really mad on that day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. You're like ready at the end there. That's the worst. Cool. So, anything else that you want to share with the listeners?
No, I can't think of anything else. That was fun.
Okay, cool. And then where can people find you at? So I'm going to link this all in the description of this video as well. But if you also want to let us know where people can connect with you at.
Yeah, the Yoga Stay. So theyogastay.com, and then that's Facebook, Instagram, all my handles. So yeah.
Perfect. The Yoga Stay.
The Yoga Stay.
Oh, cool.
YOGISTE.
Okay, perfect. All right, I will make sure I link that in the description so they can contact you and, put a voice to the face or face to the voice. And yeah, I think that is all that I have as well. So thank you so much. I enjoyed
Cool. Thanks
chatting
so
with
much
you.
for hanging out.
Yeah, we just like real quick, Kieran and I are Facebook friends. We have been Facebook friends for like a while, and it's just really always funny to finally actually like talk to the person that you're like always like liking and commenting with, you know.
Totally. To
Yes.
see how their mannerisms and stuff are. Like, oh, you're a person.
Yeah, yeah, you're real.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I'll
All
talk to
right,
you
thanks.
soon.
Talk
Thank
to you
you.
later.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.